Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Nitish. We'll wait for others for a few minutes. We'll start the session. Good evening, guys. Everyone, how are you? Shall we start the session? Srinidhi, Vaishnavi, Nitish. Guys, shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Shaya. So, anyone can brief what we discussed in last class?
So we were solving sums, sir.
Exercise sums, correct?
No, sir. You gave some exercise, sir, some worksheet. From that we were solving.
Okay, that's it done. We will do NCERT book. So after discussing,
Yes, sir.
we gone through subset, proper subset, concept of number of subsets, how to calculate, superset, universal set. Are you clear, guys? What I'm saying? We done everything. Are you clear? Anyone having any doubts with this? What is the meaning of universal set? Complement of a set also we done, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, one more thing we left. There are two things we left. Intervals. Intervals, concept of intervals, and another one is power set. Power set of a set. The meaning of power set of a set is very simple. Suppose if I am giving set A. Set A is 1, 2, 3. How many subsets having set A? How many subsets? The set A is having how many subsets?
8.
Subsets of
8
is
subsets
2
and
power
7 subsets.
to 8 subsets and 7 proper subsets. 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I am collecting all these subsets in a set, again, if I am collecting each subset is called one element of a set, then this is called power set of A. Understand, guys, what is the meaning of power set? Guys, what is the meaning of power set? The collection of all the subsets of set A is called power set of A. It is denoted by P of A. The power set of A is equal to collection of, that means you are forming another set. That set contains all the subsets of given set. Collection of all the subsets of A is known as power set. That means in power set, each and every element is again one more set. A set inside another set. Guys, clear what is the meaning of power set? Guys, are you there, everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Understand the power set, the meaning of power set?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the collection of all the subsets of A is called power set. It will be very easy only if you know how to write power subsets of given set, and you can able to express the power set of the set. So we know using the cardinal, we can able to write number of subsets for a given set is 2 power n or 2 power n, according to this. So that many of sets you can create, and if you're collecting all the sets in a set, as a again one more set, that is called power set. Next one is intervals. This is one of the important topic which will be useful when you are dealing with functions. In many places, we are representing to explain some statements. Suppose x is that x, my x is belongs to 5 less than equal to x less than 12. 5 less than or equal to x less than 12. 5 less than x less than or equal to 12. 5 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 12. In these cases, is these 4 statements are correct? Is these 4 statements are correct or different statements? All these 4 statements are different or same statements?
Difference, sir. A difference, sir.
Different, correct? So if I'm trying to represent these statements on the number line, suppose if I am representing the first statement in the number line, this is my 0. If it is 5 and if it is 12, the first one is I have to leave the 5 and I have to leave the 12 from 5 to 12 except 5 and 12, correct? Am I right, guys? The second one is the x is valid from 5 to 12, but I have to include, it will start from 5, but it won't end with 12. It will be 11.9999. So 12 should not be included in this interval. This is the range of the x, I can say. What are the possible values of x? Will start from 5, end with 11.999, that is except 12 till 12. So when it comes to here, it will start after 5. So here I can represent this one like this. This is a line representation. If it is third one, it is starting from 5 and including with 12. The circle was filled with hashing, means it is included. If it is empty circle, means that value is excluded. The end values are excluded. But when it comes to last statement, it is starting with 5, where it should include 5 and as well as ending with 12. There are all over 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is how we are going to represent this interval. This is called interval. Interval means what is the starting point of x and what is the starting point of ending point of x. So in between 5 and 12, all the values are valid for x. But when it comes to here, along 5, in between 5 and 12, and along 12, in between 5 and 12, and this is including 5 and 12, and means starting from 5, ending with 12. Guys, got it? What is the meaning of these statements? Understood? Guys, please, little important this one. Anyone having any doubt in this?
No, sir.
But always we won't represent on number line, always we won't write like this. So we are going to take some standard notation to represent these intervals. Intervals means what is the starting and ending point of the x? What are the points of the x? See, if I am representing x value, suppose if I am saying x as that 5 less than x less than 12, this can be represented x belongs to 5, 12. These symbols are called open braces or open interval or open braces. The meaning of open braces means x is valid from in between 5 and 12. That means the open interval says you should not consider 5 comma 12 and rest of all the values in between 5 and 12 you have to consider. X is valid from, so after 5, just after 5 and till 12, and exclude 5 and 12. Suppose the same equation, if x says that 5 less than or equal to x and less than or equal to 12. What is this meaning? The x is starting from x and ending with 12, where endpoints are also included. So in this case, how we will represent my x values? These brackets. There is a difference between these two brackets. These braces are called closed braces. Generally we will call as closed interval. The meaning of closed interval means the endpoints also included. That means it will start 5 where it includes 5 and end with 12 where it includes 12. If it is open interval, the endpoints are not included. Guys, are you clear what is the meaning of closed interval and open interval? Suppose if I am saying x belongs to 5 comma 12, this is called open interval. This meaning is x is valid between all the values from 5 to 12, but 5 and 12 is not belongs to x. But if I am saying x is 5 comma 12, this is called closed interval. This is the replacement of x less than 5 less than x less than 12. This is the replacement of 5 less than x or equal to x less than or equal to 12. Guys, understood what is the meaning of closed interval and open interval? Anyone having any doubt? Closed interval means the boundary values should be included. Open intervals means the boundary value should not be included. Only in between boundary values only the x is valid. Guys, anyone having any doubts in this? Many places we are going to use in future about this closed interval and open interval. It's just only the notation of intervals or notation of mathematical statements in the form of intervals. Anyone having any doubt? Raghav, Arshida, Arvind, please open up and let me know, because based on this we are having some.
Sir, I couldn't understand open interval, sir.
See, open interval means x is valid. X can be any value between 5 to 12, but x is not equal to 5 and x you should not consider 12. It will start from 5.00001 and end with 11.99999. Understand what I am saying? What is the meaning of x? What are the x values you can consider in open interval?
Yes, sir.
So the x never equal to 5 and 12. So these are the called boundary values. The x is lying between 5 and 12, but 5 and 12 are not included in x values. But in case of closed intervals, the x values are starting from 5, ending with 12, where 5 and 12 also included. So this is the replacement of this statement. You can replace with this interval symbol. This is called representation of the sets in intervals. So when this is will be useful if I am having many numbers to represent. Suppose whenever I am solving some equations, I will get some inequalities, not equations. If I am solving the inequations, I will get n number of solutions. I may get x is greater than 5, x is less than 5. Suppose what is the meaning of x is greater than 5? What is this meaning, guys? What is the meaning of x is greater than 5? Anyone can say? Then what is the values of x? If I am asking what is a list out all the values of x in set form means, it will start from 5.00001 and end with infinity. Correct? Am I right? Correct or not? Guys, am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
But x never equal to 5. So how I can represent this into a set form or interval form? This mathematical statement I can represent as x belongs to open braces 5 and open braces infinity. The meaning of this one is the x is starting from 5 and no ending. That's the reason we are open braces you are using for infinity. Wherever you are getting infinity, it is always open braces. That means it is starting from 5, but 5 should not be included. It must be greater than 5 and there is no ending. Understand what is this meaning? Don't use comma symbol, sorry. It's an interval, 5 infinity, starting from 5 and infinity, where 5 is the open braces. Is it clear? Shall I go for some other intervals? Suppose if I am having 5 less than x less than or equal to 12. What is this meaning? Anyone can explain the meaning of this mathematical statement? Guys, please, Arvind, can you try? What is this meaning?
It says x is greater than 5, less than or equal to 12, sir.
It's what? X is starting from
5 and ends at 12.
Yeah, that means all the values between 5 and 12, but 5 should not be included, 12 can be included, correct?
Yes, sir. 5 should not be included.
So, open brace is 5, closed brace is 12. This is called interval form. Understand what I am saying? See, this symbol is called closed braces. This symbol is called closed braces or closed interval symbol. This is called open interval symbol. The meaning of open interval means end points are not included. That means boundary points are not included. Boundary values are not included. Not belongs to variable. If it is closed interval, the boundary values, that is end values, are included. The symbol for closed interval is either starting means this is a braces we will use, this is a end braces. Open interval, starting braces, end braces. Suppose I am writing one more statement. Suppose if I am saying -1 less than 0, sorry, less than x less than +1. -1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to +1. minus 1 less than x less than or equal to plus 1. Minus 1 less than or equal to x less than plus 1. If I am asking you to convert into interval form, anyone can help me how to write interval form of the first statement?
Sir, open
Sir,
interval
Guys.
minus one, one open interval.
Yeah, because these symbols will represent x is not equal to minus 1 and also not equal to plus 1. That means the boundary values are not included. Wherever you should not include the boundary values, you have to use open interval. So open interval, that means you can say open braces minus 1, 1 closed braces. So open braces. What about this one? Harshida, can you try this one, second one?
So it will be closed braces minus 1 comma closed braces 1 minus 1.
Plus 1. Third one. Anyone? Third one? Raghav,
sir,
okay? Yes. Please. You can. Somebody is trying to say.
sir, open brace minus 1, comma, close brace plus 1.
Fourth one.
Sir, close brace, sir, you put it as open. Sir, for the plus 1 side, it will be closed.
Next, please. Anyone?
Closed braces minus one, one open braces.
Yeah. Now I'm going to give some other examples. Can you able to try? Who is going to try? I'm not going. Before going to give the question, I'm asking anyone. Navya, can you try? Sriya, Navya, or anyone? Srinidhi, Purvaja, Nitish.
Yes, sir.
X less than minus 1. How we can represent in interval form? See, always, whenever if I'm saying x less than minus 1 means what are the possible values of x here? First point you have to answer your question yourself. And starting point, ending point. That is how you have to write the interval form. What is the meaning of x less than minus 1? What is that meaning? General meaning? X can be anything,
less
but it
than
must be less than minus 1. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So the interval form of this one is open braces minus infinity and open braces minus 1.
Minus one, yes, sir.
So I can write
Yes,
like
sir.
this. Instead of writing like this I can represent x belongs to minus infinity to minus 1. Yeah. Natural numbers. Natural numbers can't be expressed because if I'm writing 1 to infinity, 1.1 is not a natural number, 1.2 is not a natural number, 1.3 is not a natural number. It won't, if I'm writing in interval form, each and every value between 1 and 2 also valid to n only. So that's the reason n, it is not possible to write in interval form. Only few things only I can able to write in interval forms. Real numbers I can write in interval form. Real numbers I can write in interval form. Suppose if I'm asking you to write real numbers, the interval form of real numbers. What is the meaning of real numbers? The whole number line is called real numbers, correct?
Yes, sir. Open interval minus infinity, infinity open interval.
So real numbers means minus infinity, infinity. Correct?
Yes, sir.
If I'm asking you to R plus,
Sir, it's not possible in interval form.
why?
Sir, because in interval form, all the numbers are included.
So 0
I
to
can write
infinity.
like this. I can write like this, no?
Oh, sorry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, careful. It's only general logic based, analytical and logic based questions. So this is called interval form. They gave in a simple format. Intervals of a subset of R. How we can write intervals of a subset of R? If any number can be represented like this is called open interval. If any number is like this, this is called closed interval. See the braces symbols, it looks little bit different here. Open, closed braces. This is open braces. See, these are the open braces. So this will be open interval from A to B, including A but excluding B. Open interval from A to B, including B, excluding A. You can read as like this. If one side is open and another side is closed. So these are the representing on number line. This is representation of open interval on both sides, closed interval on both sides, closed and open and closed. So if your dark circle means you have to include that value, it is an empty circle means you have to exclude that boundary values. So based on this, shall we start any numericals in NCERT textbook, guys? I think we done question number 1 yesterday. Am I right? Anyone can able to recollect? We done question number 1. Yes or no? What is the statement? What is it is again we will do? What they are asking us? Nitish, can you try the first question?
Yes, sir. Sir, they are.
First explain what they are asking and how to answer. After that, we can give the answers.
Sir, they are asking whether it's a subset or not, sir.
Yeah, they gave some statements. They are asking, fill that gaps, whether it is a subset or not. What about the first one answer?
Sir, it is a subset, sir.
Subset. Second one?
Sir, it is not a subset.
Not a subset. Third one?
Sir, we did this, sir, yesterday.
Subset. Generally, I'm just repeating again, nothing. What about fourth one?
Sir, it is not a subset.
It is not a subset.
Sir, this one you told you will refer and tell, sir.
Then we will hold this one. What about the sixth one?
Sir, it is a subset.
Subset. Seventh one?
It's a subset, sir.
Shall I go for the next question, guys? Anyone having any doubt in this? Next question. Who is going to explain the next question? Srinidhi, can you try? Please, Madhumita, anyone? Akshaya, can you try the second question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I am going to copy the second question. Yeah, first explain what is the second question, what they are trying to ask us to answer.
True or false, sir?
They are gave the some statements and there are two sets in each statement and they are related with one symbol. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, X. First
Can
one
I
is,
start, sir?
yeah, you can start.
First one is false, sir.
Because it is a subset, correct?
Yes, sir.
Next,
Second one is true, sir.
true. Third one,
False, sir.
because it's a,
Because two
because
is not there.
1, 2, 2 is not there. This is false. Fourth one,
True, sir.
true. Fifth one,
Fifth one, false, sir.
false. Can you explain why fifth one is false? How many are agree with fifth one is false?
Yes, sir, it is false.
Yeah, see here one important point why I didn't explain when I'm teaching, because here when we are dealing subset and belongs to at a time, subset will be useful when we will use a subset. A set we are a set to another set. We are checking all the elements of a set is available into another set. But belongs to is representing a element is belongs to any set, element to set. So here your set A is an element, but there is no sets inside it. He is saying set A is belongs to A, B, C, but elements of this set is A, B, C only. But this element is set A. Set A is different, element A is different. So that's the reason this is not belongs to this set. When I am using the belongs to means he is asking us this is an element whether it is available inside the set or not. Whenever they are using as a subset, this set values are available in the next set or not. Understood, guys? When we have to use subset, when we have to use the belongs to, generally a set to another set we are using subset. Belongs to means if any element is available in any set or not, we are using belongs to. Clear, guys? When set subset symbol and when belongs to symbol we are using. Anyone having any doubt in this? Fifth question, please. Clear? Is clear or not? Shall I proceed next one?
Sure.
Yeah, sixth one.
True, sir.
Can you explain?
Sir,
What is the
because
set?
the even natural numbers less than 6 is 2, 4, 2, 4, sir. So the natural number which divides 36 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and so on, sir.
Even natural number less than 6, 2, 4, only less than 6. Subset of natural number which divides 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Next one is 8. 8 is there.
9, sir. 8 is not there.
9, 12, 18, 36. So 2, 4 is a subset of this whole set is a subset. The meaning of all the elements of this set is available or not. That is a symbol. If I am using 2, 4 in a bracket and if I am saying belongs to, then it is correct. Or you can use the 2 belongs to this set also is right. But I can't use 2 subset because 2 is not a subset. 2 is an element here. 2 is not a set. The subset can be useful between 2 sets only. Belongs to is useful. When I'm using belongs to, this I have to consider as an element. It should be like an element in the set which is written on the right side. Is it clear, guys? Exactly clear what is the meaning of subset and what is the meaning of belong? Because belong symbol intervals concept we will use many places. Shall I go for the third question? Guys, please, can I go for the third question? Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Question number 3. They gave set A. Can anyone list out the elements of set A? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many elements are there in set A? Guys, how many elements are there?
3 elements.
3, sir.
3 elements. 3 elements? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the elements of the set A. See, a set contains anything. It might be numbers, it might be alphabets, it might be images, it might be persons, it may be another sets also as an elements. So these are the elements of set. Clear, guys, what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
No. If I'm taking the first statement, 3, 4 is a subset of A. Is it true or false?
No, sir. Because it is an element.
Yes, it is false statement. When this can be true? If I am writing like this, then I can represent this symbol. Correct?
Yes, sir.
This is a set. Inside this set, this is an element. So this is your true statement. This is your false statement. What about second question, guys? 3, 4 belongs to A. It's a
True, sir.
statement. Why true statement?
So
So because it is an
3,
element.
is an element.
Number 4 is a element in set A, because they clearly can see 1 is element, 2 is 3, 4 is another element, 5 is another element. Yes, I'm going to copy the same question. Yeah, I'm going to fourth question. 1 belongs to A. True or false? It's true or false? Guys, please, it's a simple question. Why you are thinking this much? Anyone can come with the answer.
True, sir.
Sorry?
True.
Fifth one, 1 is a subset of A.
False, sir.
False. Sixth one, 1 to 5 is a set and which subset of A?
True, sir.
True. Sixth one, set 1 to 5 belongs to A.
False, sir.
False. 1 to 5 is not an element of A. 1 to 5 is not an element of A. Because when I'm using this belong symbol, this whole thing you have to consider as a single element. It's a false statement. Seventh one. I think this is the seventh one. Eighth one. 1, 2, 3 is a subset of A.
False.
False. Because there is no element 3 in A, correct? Is there an element 3 is available in A? There is no element. There is no element in 3. 3, 4 as a set as an element in the set A. So 1, 2 only elements. 3 is not an element of A. Ninth one. Null set belongs to A. I'm saying it is false. Null set is always subset of any set. This is true statement. How many will agree with me? Anyone having any confusion? Ninth one and 10th one of the third question. Null set is an element. Is there any element available in this? Suppose if I'm giving a set A is like this. Null set 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 5. Like this, if I'm giving, then I can say null set is belongs to A. But null set is null set. This is a set. Set is not belongs to A because it is not given any as an element in this set. It's only a subset of A. That's the reason I can say it is true. As an element, null set is not an element of A. This is false statement. Is it clear, guys? Why 9th one is false and 10th one is true?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What about 11th one?
False, sir.
Sorry, this one false. Why it is false?
Sir, because null set is a subset of A, sir. Set of null set is not a subset of A.
Correct. Set of null set. This is set of null set. This is set inside the set null set. Shall I go for the next question, guys? Is question number 3 is clear?
Yes,
Sir, I didn't understand last one.
See here, what is this meaning? And what is this meaning? Is both are same?
No, sir.
What is the difference between them? Suppose if I'm saying A is this one, B is this one. What is the difference between set A and set B? What is the difference between set A and set B here? Anyone come with and explain.
Sir, 2 belongs to B and B belongs to A, sir.
2 is an element of B, correct?
Yes, sir.
And set of 2, an element, only one element in set B, that is only the set. But set A having another set inside it, that is B. Set of B is an element. I can't say 2 is element of A. Here, set B is an element of A. Here, 2 is an element of B. I can't say 2 belongs to A. This is wrong statement. Because my element in A is another set called something inside that set. So that is the difference. Same as the meaning of this one is the set which does not contains any elements. What is this meaning? This meaning is a set contains another null set. That means this is having one element. See here, there is no elements. But here, suppose if I am saying this is A, this is B. B contains one element. What is that element? That element is a null set. Understand, guys, what is this meaning?
Yes, sir.
So, in the last question, what is saying? Nulls subset of A. The meaning of subset of A means what? Whatever the elements available in this should be available in this. What are the elements available in the left side set? 5 is an element and it should be available in A. Is 5 is available in A? Guys, please respond. Then only I can feel your understanding. Is 5 is available in A?
No, sir.
When this statement can be true, if my A is given like this. Then I can say this is belongs to A. Guys, are you clear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Set of null set, set of null set is a subset of A. Because null set is also an element of A. Null set is also an element of A, then I can say it is a subset. But I can write subset alone is an element of A, but this represents a set inside another set. Set is available inside the set, one more set is there. Is it clear, guys? Careful, the braces and everything is very careful. Each and everything is having particular meaning here in this chapter. Small braces will change the meaning of the question. Correct or not? Will you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So fourth one we already done in one worksheet what I provided. What is asking fourth one? Harshita, can you explain fourth one? What we have to do? What is the formula we have to use for the fourth one?
2 to the power
Yes.
n.
Yeah, he is asking us to write down all the subsets. The first one is set A. So according to cardinal number is how much? N of
1, sir.
cardinal 1. So 2 power 1. Total subsets will be 2. 1 is 5 is one set. Itself is another set. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Second one, how many subsets will get? A comma B. Number of elements are 2.
Number of elements, 2,
Number of
sir.
subsets are how many number of subsets?
4, sir.
Yeah, list out, write down. So 5 A, B, A, B. Correct? Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Sir, no need to put
Third
any
one?
comments in between the elements.
Yeah, you can put. Not required, but you can put. It's your wish. Because this basis says it is a set. Suppose if I am saying A comma B and AB, this is interval and this is coordinates. There is a difference between this and this. Got it, guys? What I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Coordinate says two values you are putting as an order. Interval means starting point and ending point of a variable. There is a lot of difference, correct? But this braces will explain the individual, all the elements are you are collecting it in a place. Third one. Yeah, who is going to explain third one? Who is going to explain third one?
Right.
Yeah. What is the number of subsets here?
Sir, 2 power 3, it is 8.
Number of subsets. 2 power 3, that is 8. Can you list out all the number of subsets?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you list out all the number of subsets for this question? Please. Raghav, please proceed.
Null set 1, 2, 3.
Hmm.
1, 2,
Next.
2,
1,
3,
2, 2, 3,
1, 3,
1, 3,
and 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Just count it, we will get 8 sets. Last one. Who is going to explain last one? How many subsets are available for the fourth question?
Sir, 1, sir.
1. Why? What are the number of elements in the given set?
0,
The
sir.
given set is a null set. Number of elements is
0.
0. So number of subsets is 2 power 0, that is 1. Will you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So every set is a subset to itself. So null set is a subset. There is only one set is available as a subset. Null set itself is a subset. Yeah. Shall I go for the fifth question, guys? Are you clear? Is it clear, guys? Shall I go for the fifth question? Guys, please. Yeah. The fifth question is, how many elements has power set of A? How many elements has power set of A? What is meant by power set, guys?
Sir, all the subsets.
A is equal to a null set. How many subsets for a null set?
One set.
Only one, that is 5. So the power set of A is equal to a set contains one set. So number of elements in power set of A is equal to 1. Anyone had any confusion? Please let me know, guys. It's a little logic questions. Nothing is there actually. If you understand the difference between elements and sets, that's enough. Sometimes the sets will act as the element. In this case, the null set is an element of power set. Power set means collection of all the subsets of a set is called power set. Each and every element is a subset of the given set. Clear, guys? Why number of elements in power set? If A is a null set, the power set of A is one element. That is only null set. Clear? Any confusion?
No, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to write the sixth one. Sixth one is completely, we can do very easily. They are asking us to write in the interval form. Write the following intervals. The first one is x such that x belongs to real numbers where -4 less than x less than or equal to 6. This set builder form he is asking us to write into interval form. So I am writing straight away interval form. See here, the first one is closed or open interval. Closed interval or open interval.
Open interval.
Open interval, because equality symbol is not there. You should not consider 4 here, -4 here, but the ending with 6. It's
Closed
a
interval.
closed interval. So how my representation? Open interval -4 6 closed interval. Correct? Correct or not? Anyone is not clear how I wrote the open interval and closed interval? Is it clear, guys? Guys, please, feeling boring this chapter?
No, sir.
Why no response? Because of Saturday, Friday unexpected class is boring. Because after discussing with you only, I allotted this time. X belongs to R, minus 12 less than X less than minus 10. Who is going to give the answer for this one?
Sir, open interval minus 12, open interval minus 10. Sir. Third question. Sir, minus 10.
X such that X belongs to R, 0 less than X less than 7. This will be how to write?
Closed interval 0, open interval 7, sir.
0 is open interval.
Closed interval 0 and open interval 7, sir.
Fourth question. Closed interval 3, 4. 3 and 4 closed interval. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the remaining? Is seventh question. What they are asking in the seventh question? They are asking us to write in set builder form. So the reverse of the sixth question I can say. How to write the first question? 3,
Sir, the set of X such that
X does that
X is an element of real number.
belongs
X is
to
Z.
R, minus 3 less than X less than 0. Am I right, guys?
Sir, we can go for integers itself, right, sir? Why real numbers?
Sorry?
We can go for integers itself, right? Why are we taking real numbers?
If I am taking integer, I can't include irrational numbers now. Between 3 and 1, between minus 1 and 0, there are so many rational numbers are there.
So, sir, for all the 4 subdivisions, we have to do it with real numbers.
Correct. Everything is real number only. 6 to 12, anything you can include in this interval. Suppose
Okay,
6.3, 6.4, 6.5 also there, but 6.5 is not an integer, no?
yes, sir.
That's the reason if you are mentioning it is integer, you are not considering so many values. Suppose if I am having a value of 66 by 10, that is 6.6. 6.6 is not an integer. Suppose if I am defining it is an integer, that means you are not including 6.1. That means you are violating the given data itself. The data says between 6 and 12, everything. Everything means what are the numbers you can able to write between 6 and 12, everything you have to write. That's the reason this statement is very much important. Remember, that's the reason I can't define this interval form for natural numbers, because if I want to natural numbers, it was not so easy. If I'm writing from 2 to 10, closed interval, how I can represent natural number? The meaning of this is from 2, everything in between 10. That means 2.1, 2.2, 2.001, 2.002, everything can be considered as the X value. Clear, guys, what I'm saying? Guys, clear? Any confusion?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So can you write second one? Anyone?
That is an element of real number.
Yes, sorry guys, please. Please, what is the answer for the second one?
such that x is an element of real number and x is
No,
greater
you need to pronounce that is x such that x belongs to R.
x is greater than or equal to 6 and lesser
Less
than or equal to 12.
x less than or equal to 12. Correct or not? This is in between. You should, if I'm writing x is greater than or equal to 6, I can't mention 12 here. Clear, guys? How to write? It should be start from starting value, end with ending value. In between, starting from 6, ending with 12, including or excluding, based on these relational operators, you can explain. Less than or equal, greater than or equal. So based on this, Raghu, can you explain the third question?
Yes, sir.
Answer. Third question.
X is that x is equal to rational number.
Belongs to real number.
Oh, sorry, real number. 6 less than, sorry, greater than x. Sir, I get confused between less than x.
Less than x and less than or equal to 4.
Yes, sir.
Fourth question, please complete the fourth question also. X says that
X is equal to real number.
x belongs to, not equal to, x belongs to.
Okay, so minus 23 is lesser than equal to x, greater than 5.
Less than.
Less than 5.
If I'm saying greater than 5 means after 5 everything, but it shows the end value is only 5 now.
Okay, sir, got it.
Greater than, the meaning of x greater than 5 means what? After 5 everything is valid for x, but x is limited up to 5 only, no? According to this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next question. Guys, is it clear intervals? How to define intervals? How to write set builder to intervals? Intervals to set builder?
Yes,
Is it
sir.
clear? Please, any doubts, please let me know. Because intervals, out of all these things, we will continue only with intervals. Rest of all the things we won't continue. Only for entrance point of view, we will remember, we'll learn a little bit more. Again, these Venn diagrams, numericals, applications will be useful in statistics more. In engineering math, we won't use much here. Only this relations and belongs to, these things only will use. Yeah. What universal set would you propose for each of the following? Guys, there are multiple answers might be. First question. What is a universal set you can consider for set of right angle triangles?
So set of triangles.
Any other answers?
That's polygon.
Set of triangles in a plane. Set of triangles in a plane.
So
Madam,
can we say a rectangle, sir? Because even two right triangles form a rectangle.
rectangles we won't consider, that I will explain later. Set of polygons. Is triangle is a polygon?
Yes, sir.
The second
No,
one.
sir.
Why?
Sir, polygon is more than four. More. Actually, yes, sir. It's a polygon. No mind.
Polygon. More than a closed figure, more than two sides.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If the sides are 3, triangle. If
Set
sides
of
are,
geometry.
yeah. Anything, any other answers anyone having in mind?
Sir, set of geometry will come.
Set of geometry won't come. Set of all closed plane figures. I can say like this. Guys, are you clear what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Everything. It might be circles, it might be quadrilaterals, it might be hexagons, everything but plane figures. So the triangles is a part of the plane figures. Again, right angle triangles is a part of the triangles. So universal set, anything. But the suggested universal set is set of triangles to avoid confusion. Even second also set of triangles, I can say. Set of triangles in a plane can be universal set for the second question also.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm going for the last question. After this, I'm going to wind up the session. Next class, almost all we are going to end Venn diagrams and its applications and operations of the sets. 1 or 2 sessions, we are going to wind up the sets concept. Given the sets A is given, B is given, C is given. Which of the following may be considered as universal set for all the 3 sets ABC? Sir, which
Sir,
set is
option 3, sir.
Third option, sir.
third option? Why third option? Why first, second, fourth is not possible? What will
Sir,
happen?
because it has all the elements of A, B, and C, sir.
The first set does not contain 8, correct? 8 is not available in first set. The second set doesn't have any element. The fourth set does not having 0, element 0. Correct or not? Guys, understand? A universal set which contains all the set of elements given. Like if ABC, all the elements of A, B, C should contain in a set, then that set I can consider as universal set. So 1, 2, 4 is not valid as a universal set because if I am considering 1 is as the universal set, 8 is missing. C is not, all the elements of C is not in set 1. All the element in set 2, the set itself is defined as a null set. So we can't consider as null set as a universal set. Set 4, 0 is missing in set 4. So A element, B element, C element is contains only in set 3. That's the reason set 3 we can consider as universal set. Clear, guys? See, it's kind of reasoning based question. More than calculation, here we are having reasoning. Correct? Anyone observe what is the difference between other topics of mathematics and these kind of topics of mathematics? Here we are not going to calculate or do something. Here completely it's reasoning based. Your answers are always logic and reasoning based. Yeah. Next one is Venn diagrams, operations of sets, practical numericals. That's it. We're going to wind up 1.4.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, for that rectangle you told you will tell later.
I will tell you because for rectangle, might be operations of sets. I will explain after operations of why rectangle we will take now. We will take the definition of the rectangles and I will explain.
Okay, sir.
There will be a small thing I have to explain. I will explain when I am doing Venn diagrams and all. Just keep it a reminder to me. I have to just recap of the grade 10 first chapter. Grade 10 first chapter, a small point I have to take from there. If I am preparing any statement, that statement should valid for any kind of values. Then only I can give as a theorem or statement. If any one's value is failing to prove that statement, then the statement is not valid. Like that, if I am taking a triangle is a subset of any kind of rectangles, the rectangles contains triangles or not, we can't say. If you draw the diagonal, if you are not drawing the diagonal also, it is a rectangle. That's the reason I can't say each and every rectangle contains the triangle, correct? Like that I can explain, but I will explain a little bit elaboratively why we should not consider that answer is as that rectangles is as a wrong answer. I will explain, please. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone having any doubts? I think hope we completed this exercise. We'll move to the next exercise tomorrow in next class after completion of operations of sets and Venn diagrams. Anyone having any doubts, please let me know, guys. Otherwise, I will wind up the session. Please. Shall I wind up the session? Guys, shall I wind up the session? Anyone wants to discuss?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll meet in next class. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.